prepare yourself to go to battle even for 8 to 10 rounds. I'll tell you that I've done some, pounding away on the heavy bag, and after 2 rounds, I'm totally gassed out like I have run a marathon. These guys are fighting at the world-class level and just throwing punches, moving, keeping themselves in positions to throw. It is absolutely remarkable what these gladiators put themselves through on a daily basis. More blood streaming from the mouth. I believe there is a cut outside of the right eye of Julio Ceja. Right hook that connected by Figueroa as we near the 1 minute mark in the 8th. Straight left for Figueroa. Crowd filing in here to the MGM Grand. Expected crowd of over 12,000 here in Las Vegas. The left hook for Figueroa. There's a straight right that connected. If you're Figueroa, the focus is to not just look good, to look great tonight. But he certainly has his hands full with the very tough and cagey Julio Pollito Ceja, and that means baby chicken. Pollito means baby chicken. The fans getting excited into this matchup. Ceja and Figueroa continue to trade against one another as we head towards the 9th. Our co-main event is on the way as Leo Santa Cruz is hoping to become a world champion in his 4th division. He hasn't done it. Not many Mexican fighters have had that distinction. He would be the 5th Mexican to capture a world title in 4 weight divisions, joining Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, Jorge Arce, and Canelo Alvarez. So Leo Santa Cruz can join an elite group and become the 5th Mexican fighter to win a world title in 4 divisions. What a feat that would be for El Famoso Terremoto. And as for Brandon Figueroa, he's doing quite well against Julio Ceja. Ceja is Figueroa's first opponent with 30-plus wins. And for Brandon Figueroa, he has 7 straight knockouts. Well, he has 4 more rounds to try to extend that to 8. 4 rounds remaining in this super bantamweight clash. Now, don't forget that Julio Ceja cannot win the title because he missed weight yesterday. Ceja trying to paw in with the jab, get a different look towards Brandon Figueroa. There's a left hook to the body by Ceja, followed by a straight right. Now Figueroa using his jab, but it is something that he needs to use more of. Use your jab, try to keep your distance. Figueroa is almost smothering his own punches by not stepping back half a step. If you were to step back half a step and then throw a hook to the body, that would give him more leverage, but easier said than done against the veteran in Julio Ceja. There's a left hook for Ceja. Left hook to the body by Brandon Figueroa. 80 seconds left. Now I believe there's a little bit of there's an abrasion above the right eyebrow, or underneath the right eyebrow of Brandon Figueroa. There seems to be an abrasion on the right eyelid of Brandon Figueroa. I don't know if it's bleeding, but it is an abrasion. Might be a bad bruise. A right hook finding its destination for Figueroa. This is a physically taxing fight on both men. Not easy. You know that they're going to wake up tomorrow morning and be hurting. Barreling into Figueroa, and there is a bruise or a cut outside the right eye of Brandon Figueroa. Doesn't seem to be dripping into his eye, but that is a bad, bad cut outside of the eye of Brandon Figueroa. Ted Lucy will work on that. And that ends the ninth. And take a look at the cut above the right eyelid of Brandon Figueroa. Deontay Wilder. He calls himself the baddest man on the planet. Getting his hands taped up by the Olympic gold medalist and also former world champion Mark Breland, his co-trainer. When Deontay Wilder fights, it is must-see television. You are in for something special when Deontay Wilder steps inside that very ring. Round 10. This one is scheduled for 12. Ray Flores ringside here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Happy holidays, everybody. Giving you an early holiday treat with our main event of Wilder Ortiz, the rematch. Using the jab is Figueroa. Finding a way is Julio Ceja. Ceja giving a good account of himself in the ring. And that is in spite of him missing the weight yesterday at the weigh-in. Chain 80 will separate the two. Left hook to the body by Julio Ceja. Again, Ceja pressing the issue. Julio Ceja 0-2 in championship fights. His first attempt, he went to the UK, lost to Jimmy McDonald, and then he was stopped by Hugo Ruiz in their rematch back in February of 2016. For Ceja, he has yet to get in the win column in nearly 2 years. It's his fourth fight here in the United States for Ceja. He's 1-2, and all 3 fights have ended in stoppage. He's looking to get his United States record of 2-2. Left hook, crack in the ribs was Brandon Figueroa. Nice right hand down the center for Figueroa. Just over the halfway mark of the 10th. Such a privilege to be here in Las Vegas. It is buzzing for Wilder Ortiz 2. Deontay Wilder hasn't stepped inside the ring here in Las Vegas in nearly 4 years, over 4 years, going on 5. A chopping right hand for Figueroa. Using his jab as Figueroa. Coming forward is Ceja with the right hand. Jarring the jaw is Julio Ceja. Again, both men fighting at close distance. They are hammering away upon one another. Left hook to the body. Julio Ceja is making Brandon Figueroa work. Oh, there's a left hook that caught the attention of the Westlaco product. Figueroa goes back to southpaw as we are headed towards the final 2 rounds in this super bantamweight affair. That's the end of the 10th. And for Deontay Wilder, he could join some Hall of Fame company. Since 1930, Joe Louis, 25 successful title defenses. Larry Holmes, 20 successful title defenses. Vladimir Klitschko, 18. For Muhammad Ali, 10 consecutive. So that is, he would be the 5th fighter to defend the heavyweight championship of the world 10 times. No easy feat whatsoever for Deontay Wilder. Throw with more hands, throw with more hands. Round 11, this one is scheduled for 12. Brandon Figueroa, Julio Ceja, they are battling upon one another. And again, Ceja cracking away. Both men are starting off the 11th almost like they did in the first, just throwing big power shots. There's some water in the center of the canvas. Both men were trying to wipe their feet. Look at them go. This is action-packed. It's amazing to see how much both gentlemen can absorb because they've had their moments here in the fight. A left hook to the body by Brandon Figueroa. Figueroa is fighting very similar to his brother Omar in the sense that they love to engage at close distance and throw a lot of punches. There's an overhand right by Ceja. Ceja moving his head. Figueroa looking to find him, and he gets nailed with a left hook from Ceja. They are urging Ismael Salas, telling Ceja they want a left hook to the body. That's what they want, hooks. There's a right that snuck through the guard of Figueroa. There's a straight left by the champion in Figueroa. And Ceja tattooing Figueroa with punches, but Figueroa lumbering forward. Under a minute left in the 11th. There's a right hand that casually sprayed Figueroa. Ceja having a very good round here, and the blood is impacting Brandon Figueroa. He wiped out the blood above his right eye momentarily. They both are now just slugging away. As we are approaching the 12th and final round between Brandon Figueroa and Julio Ceja, both men are pounding away upon each other. We'll listen to the corner of Julio Ceja.
Que ganar. Último no lo puede perder. No lo tiene que chingar. Arráncate tirando y termina tirando. Se le pone chiquito, no le coja golpe, se le pone chiquito, Julio.
Keep throwing, keep throwing.
Ganamos esta pelea. Vamos, tirar y usted tirar. Vamos a ganar esta pelea.
12th and final round on the way. In what has been a fun matchup to watch. between these two combatants. Brandon Figueroa, his 7-fight consecutive knockout streak is on the line. A right hook that connects. The judges in this fight: Lisa Giampa, Don Trella, Glenn Trowbridge. We'll see if Ceja goes for broke. Figueroa advancing forward. There's a right hook that connects upstairs for Figueroa. Ceja and Figueroa both engaging in close distance. It is a war of attrition between these two fighters as a minute has come off the clock. There's an overhand right for Figueroa, left for the champion. The corner, Ismael Salas telling Julio Ceja, you got to finish strong. There's a straight right that connects. Over the halfway mark between these two. They both are trading a right hand that backed up Julio Ceja. Ceja's been bleeding from his mouth pretty much since the 4th round on. A left hook followed by a right. Look at them mix it up in the final minute of this super bantamweight clash. Left hook to the body by Figueroa. Overhand right that connected. A left hook followed by a right for Figueroa. Figueroa pressing the issue and has been doing so pretty much the entire fight. Both men in tip-top shape to be able to fight at this level upon one another, as we will likely go to the scorecards between Brandon Figueroa and Julio Ceja. Terrific, entertaining matchup. Let's take a look at what we saw here in this fight. Both men having their moments. Hooks to the body. They fought so close to one another. This ring could have been 10 by 10. They would have still been okay. They wouldn't have used even that. They would have had room to spare. Because look at how close they fought to one another distance-wise. Hooked by Figueroa, right hand. Ceja had his moments as well. Figueroa was looking to break down Ceja. Ceja withstood the pressure and answered back. That was his best punch of the fight. The left hook, as Figueroa smiled at him, an indication that he was hurt. Again, look at it, he kind of, Figueroa shakes his head as to say, okay, I understand. But both men throwing caution to the wind, pounding away on each other. And they put forth an entertaining show here on the big night of boxing, on boxing's grandest stage here in Las Vegas. Figueroa and Ceja will go the distance. And Ceja throwing, look at this. So much fun to see these two just pound away upon each other and not give up 1 inch. As we await the decision. is Omar Figueroa Sr. in the corner of his son, Brandon Figueroa. And now with the decision, here is Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Judge at ringside, Glenn Trowbridge, scores about 115 to 113 in favor of Brandon Figueroa. Judge at ringside, Lisa Jumpa, sees it 116 to 112 in favor of Julio Ceja. And judge at ringside, Don Trella, scores about 114 to 114, even a draw. The decision is a split decision draw.
So it is a draw. Ceja gave a heck of a count. Here are the scorecards. Well, it was hard for me to score when being here at ringside calling the fight. Neither man necessarily pulled away, and it is a draw. So it happens to be the first, if you're going to call it a blemish, on the record of Brandon Figueroa. This one goes the distance, and he's standing by with Heidi Androl.
Thank you very much, Brian. Well, Brandon, what a fight. I know you expected him to come in with pressure. You expected him to come in with the combinations. He most definitely did that. Did you believe that this was very close, and did you think you won it?
Yes, I mean, I think I did win the fight. He did come put pressure, but I feel like I fought better in the earlier rounds, and I finished off strong.
He came in 4.5 pounds over. How much was that adding fuel to your fire in this fight?
I mean, I'm basically fighting a guy above my weight class, but, we never said no to fight. We took the fight. But I'm pretty sure if he was to weigh 122, that would have, it wouldn't even be a close fight.
You said that you wanted to prove that you were a true champion. Tonight you faced, I think it was 373 punches landed. That is the most you've ever faced in a fight. Do you feel like you've proven that you are a true champion for those critics out there?
Yes, ma'am, but, definitely we got to run the rematch back, but this time he better make 122.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, we'll send it over to Jordan.
Heidi, Felix De Jesus will translate for us. That was a great fight. You guys were throwing punches. You were taking punches well. Where do you feel you fell short?
Muy buena pelea, Julio. Ahí se intercambiaron bastante golpes. ¿A dónde tú piensas que estaban tal vez un poquito corto en esta pelea?
Bueno, primero que nada, quiero darle gracias a toda la gente y esta pelea es para toda la gente que vino aquí. Que se la dedico a todos ustedes. Gracias.
First of all, this fight is for all you fans that came out here to see me. Thank you for being here.
Now he's saying that he would like to run it back, have a rematch. What do you think about doing that?
Él quiere otra próxima pelea contigo.
Bueno, pues la verdad es que fue una gran pelea, una pelea que nosotros sabemos que fue de este lado, pero bueno, así son las cosas. Es un gran peleador y yo estoy listo para dar una revancha, ¿no? Él me dio la pelea de hombres, le agarro la revancha y de verdad que ya nada más que mi promotora, Promociones del Pueblo, se llega a un acuerdo para la revancha y yo estoy listo para el día que sea.
Yeah, he was a man about it. He gave me the rematch, and he gave me the fight. So now I'm ready for the rematch. I think I won, but if they called it a tie, that's fine. I respect the judge's opinion, but definitely I want the rematch if it's available.
Well, what a great fight. Congratulations to you, even though it was a draw. Brian Kenny, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jordan. Well, a draw. Looking at the scorecards, look, they both had their moments. I understand why, and I thought it was justified. If Brandon Figueroa would have used his jab more, it could have paid dividends. But for Julio Ceja, look, you got a draw. You pushed the champion to the limit. So a victory for him despite missing weight. Now let's get ready for our co-main event. Miguel Flores enters the ring tonight, a massive underdog against Leo Santa Cruz for the vacant WBA super featherweight title. Regardless of the overwhelming odds, Flores aspires to pull off a monumental upset.
Being pro nearly a decade ago at the age of 18, Miguel Flores' hopes and dreams revolved around becoming a champion. For Flores, it's a second chance at a belt. After signing to take on Santa Cruz last February, he was injured shortly before the fight, and it seemed his chance to become a champion was gone.
Unfortunately, I got injured. It was just a freak accident. My foot got caught on the mat, and I had a bad foot sprain.
You want to see two guys that aren't big cries look like they were going to cry when we had to make the decision and we knew he wasn't going to be able to stay in the fight. You never really know if you're going to get that other shot, especially with the same guy. Good. Don't want to throw the big shots without knowing exactly
Okay,
where we're
good.
at.
Yeah, guys, that corner was drowning me out. It was killing me. It was really loud in the red corner. I literally was hearing everything that Salas.
You have to run with it. And, you know, he was working so hard the first time. Now I've seen him take it up even another level for this one. Good. There you go.
This is my first world title. And obviously, Leo's a great fighter. But I think I do have the advantage because I have nothing to lose. He has a lot of things to lose. And I'm just going in as an underdog, and I'm okay with that.
Good. Yeah. Santa Cruz fight is definitely 100% biggest fight of Miguel's career, without a doubt. And I think he's ready for this. You know, the other day, Miguel told me, he said, Aaron, I'm going to win this fight.
I mean, this type of fight, this type of opportunity, it's a life-changing opportunity.
God.
Originally, I was born in Mexico, Michoacan. I didn't grow up there. I was about 3 when I moved to the United States. My neighborhood was calm, but like in any neighborhood, you always got the bad influences. But obviously, you know, you always have the good role models, which one of them was my brother. And he always kind of, hey, we're gonna go to the gym, you're not going over there. So that kind of kept me away from bad company in the neighborhood.
Yeah, every time I watch him, his jab's better. He'll out-jab this all day long, man. I know Miguel almost his entire life, probably since he was 3, 4 years old. He started boxing because his older brother was a boxer. And I think like most young guys, you know, you look up to your older brother and whatever they're doing, you want to do that as well.
I never wanted to be a boxer growing up. Kind of hard sport, kind of getting hit in the face was not my thing. And once I started seeing he was an undefeated prospect, 11, 12-0 as well. And I remember one time I saw a few people come up to him and ask him for autographs. And I'm like, wait a minute, this is not that bad. I could probably do it myself. So I put more effort into it. My brother would tell me, you're going to make it far. You're gonna be world champion. So I was like, okay, if my brother says I could do it, then I could do it. One thing he taught me to be was humble. He always tried to set the best example because he knew I was going to follow his footsteps. He's the reason we're all here right now, you know. He's the one that made me the man I am today. You know, my brother took a picture with the belt, which is the WBA belt that I'll be fighting for. It was his dream to have one of those around his waist that was his own. But now I could fulfill that dream for both of us. So for me, it's just like destiny.
Destiny and dreams for both brothers were tragically altered over a decade ago. Benjamin collapsed after losing a fight and passed away 5 days later.
I remember that night like it was yesterday. It was in Dallas. The fight started, I was nervous. I would get so nervous when my brother would fight. He was an all-out brawler. He kind of reminds me of Leo Santa Cruz. Just come forward, move his head a lot, and throw a lot of punches. You know, that was my brother. The fight was fairly close. I would say Al Seeger was probably up a point or two. And the 8th round, my brother just kind of stayed in the ropes. And, you know, Al, you know, threw a few punches. I remember Lawrence Cole stepped in and stopped the fight. Obviously, I knew something was wrong. I had never seen my brother like that. I was trying to get to my brother, and my brother always, he knew English, but he talked Spanish most of the time. And the last things he said was, let him lay down, let him lay down. He didn't say, let me lay down. He said, let him lay down, let him lay down. And that's like the last things he said. So they put him in the stretcher. I rode with him to the hospital. What I can remember is the doctor telling us, well, you know, he's basically brain dead. Ultimately, you know, I guess my parents had to make the decision to just kind of let him go. It was the hardest days of my life. I don't think it ever crossed one moment through my mind that I was like, I'm gonna stop boxing after my brother passed away. I always had it in my mind, I'm gonna be world champion, I'm gonna do it. The opportunity presented itself, and it's something I'm not gonna pass up on. So it's a dream that basically my brother had and became my dream. So now, it's both of our dreams. I lived it all. I lived the death of my brother, and I'm still here, I'm still standing, and like I said, my job is to basically make the best out of my situations, and I have the biggest opportunity of my life. I'm training hard. I'm gonna do this for my brother, and even if I don't succeed, I know my brother's looking down and he's like, I'm proud of you.
What a touching story for Miguel Flores, who turned pro 101 days after his brother Benjamin's death. And there is Leo Santa Cruz, el famoso Terremoto, who is 7-0 here at the MGM Grand. 4 of those 7 victories have been by knockout. The last time Leo fought was here in January of 2017 against Carl Frampton. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, Premier Boxing Champions presents the co-main event of the evening, brought to you by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Twin Peaks Restaurants eats, drinks, scenic views, and Recover 180. Rapid hydration when it counts. This bout is sanctioned by the WBA, the president, Gilberto Jesus Mendoza, judging at ringside, Tim Cheatham, Glenn Feldman, and Julie Lederman. All right, fans, here we go. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Featherweight Championship of the World. Introducing to you first on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing red trunks with gold trim. He is fighting out of Houston, Texas, by way of Morelia, Michoacan, Mexico. He weighed in at the super featherweight limit of 130 pounds. His record stands at 24 wins, 2 losses, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the world rank contender tonight, making his first attempt at a world title, introducing El Michoacano, Miguel Flores. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, truly one of the greats in boxing today. Wearing silver trunks with purple trim, fighting out of Los Angeles by way of Michoacan, Mexico. He weighed in at 129.5 pounds, and tonight he is making his 17th world title appearance with an overall record of 36 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, and 19 wins coming by way of knockout. In his super featherweight debut, tonight he is seeking his 4th division world title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the 4-time world champion in 3 weight divisions and the current WBA featherweight champion of the world, introducing El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz. And our referee in charge now to give instructions, Tony Weeks.
Okay, gentlemen, you both received your instruction in your dressing room. Okay, right here is good, right here is good. I want a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Above all, protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
Let's take a look at our tail of the tape. You see that Santa Cruz, our co-main event, this one, for the vacant Super Featherweight Championship. Santa Cruz hoping to join the likes of Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, Jorge Arce, and Canelo Alvarez by becoming the 5th Mexican to capture a world title in 4 divisions. 15-1 of those 15 victories in world title fights, 7 of those have come by way of knockout. The last time Leo Santa Cruz fought here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena was back in January of 2017. He avenged the only defeat of his professional career by defeating Carl Frampton in a sensational rematch. Both men are looking in extremely fantastic physical shape. It's an all-Mexican clash here tonight. Overhand right by Leo Santa Cruz. Leo is no stranger to being involved in very hotly contested matchups. Both men haven't fought twice since 2017. They only fought once in 2018. Santa Cruz hasn't gotten a stoppage victory since October of 2017 for Miguel Flores. Connects with the right hand. This one is scheduled for 12. Miguel Flores, trained by Aaron Navarro. Also Bobby Benton. For Leo Santa Cruz, he's trained by his father, Jose Santa Cruz, who's been dealing with cancer for the past several years. And Santa Cruz got a very good reception here at the MGM Grand. Deservedly so. He's certainly no stranger to fighting inside this building. Also fought Jose Cayetano on the co-main event of the biggest fight of all time, Mayweather and Pacquiao, back in May of 2015. Good exchange between the two. Flores came into this fight as much of a 40-1 underdog. Right hand down the center of that, find its mark for Santa Cruz. Left hook and a right by Santa Cruz. Chopping right hand for the 31-year-old who now lives in Los Angeles. A right hand back it up, Miguel Flores. And that will be the end of the first. Listen into the corner of Miguel Flores.
You use your feints good, son, but I want you to feint more, okay? Especially, remember, early, you don't have to do too many exchanges early, okay? You had some nice ones, but I want you to use those feints more, use the jab more. Just stay nice and responsible on your defense, all right? Get your body work in when you can, but hey, those feints are working real nice. Remember, circle out to your right, okay?
You can't make those adjustments, all right?
Good deep breath, son. Hey, keep that hook nice and tight for me, all right?
Take a deep breath.
Hey, that was a good first round, son. Remember, feint, all right?
A little wide on your shots when you ain't close, so come up. All right?
Good. One more deep breath.
Getting set for round two between Miguel Flores and Leo Santa Cruz. Our co-feature tonight still to come. Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz rematch for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. Ray Flores ringside here in Las Vegas. Thrilled to be with all of you. Miguel Flores looked very sharp in that first round. Miguel Flores keeping his distance, using his feints. We'll see if Leo can adjust. There's an overhand right by Santa Cruz. Flores using his jab. A right to the body by the 27-year-old. Miguel Flores turned pro just over 100 days after his brother Benjamin passed away from a fight. Said he fought on in his memory, and Aaron Navarro said, look, with everything that Miguel Flores has been through, no matter what the outcome of this is, he's still a champion. Flores has strung together 2 knockout wins since losing back-to-back fights in 2017. Both of his losses have come by way of knockout, so his last 4 fights have ended in a knockout. Last time he fought was back on June 29th. He stopped Louis May. 2-2 in his last 4 fights following a 22-0 start. And for Flores, it is his first fight here in Las Vegas, unlike one Leo Santa Cruz, who this is his 8th fight here in the fighting capital of the world. Left to the body by Flores. Santa Cruz always will shake his right hand, try to spring it and send a right hand down the center. Flores looks sharp tonight, though. Flores also works with snack supplements led by Victor Conti. Snack supplementation helps to give plenty of nutrition to several fighters, including Caleb Plant, who is in attendance, super middleweight champion of the world. Also Yordenis Ugas as well, just to name a few. And also Luis Ortiz, who will be fighting Deontay Wilder coming up next. Left hook to the body by Miguel Flores. Nearing the end of the second. We'll listen into the corner of the blue corner.
El mapa subió acá, hay que de una esquina, porque si no lo vas a lastimar. Agarra esta güey, tómatela. Hey, así, vele metiendo ya presión. Hey, adentro no sabe pelear. Pero saca tu cadera, hey.
Agarra y viene, descansa, agarra y viene.
Ya no me lo involucran, ya no.
Good, pick up your punches.
Hey, la defensa, sí, ya se le mete presión. Pero tirándole. Y es lo que hay. Cuando te quedas con la guardia aquí, pásalo. El contragolpe que le hiciste muy bien. Síguele contragolpeando.
Round number 3. This one is scheduled for 12. There's an overhead shot. The MGM Grand packed and getting ready for Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. There you see the connect percentage. Leo Santa Cruz very active. 40% connect percentage for the 3-division world champion. I mentioned the names of Eric Morales, Jorge Arce, Juan Manuel Marquez, Canelo Alvarez, as fighters who have been Mexican fighters. And there's a right hand down the center by Santa Cruz. Caught the attention of Miguel Flores, who backed him up. Santa Cruz is hoping to become the 5th Mexican fighter to become a world champion in 4 divisions. Now chance of Leo echoing here at the MGM Grand. Fight fans very familiar with Leo Santa Cruz, who's been a pro for over 13 years. What a career that he has had. Wars against the likes of Carl Frampton, Abner Mares. One of boxing's most exciting fighters, without question. There's a right uppercut that connected by Flores. Flores seems to be the bigger man, but Santa Cruz, no doubt, his volume of punches, and he has a very good jab, does Leo Santa Cruz. Threw a left to the body and he answered and followed it up with a sweeping left hook upstairs. Now he's got Flores with his back on the ropes. Flores retreating as we near 65 seconds to go. And now Flores using his jab, varying the placement of his jab. There's an overhand right by Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz continuing to look for his openings. Santa Cruz smiling, enjoying this moment. Santa Cruz, a sharp right hand that found its mark for Flores. Tony Weeks will step in between the two. Miguel Flores with it, looking for a right uppercut. And that ends the third. Our main event is up next. There's Deontay Wilder with Malik Scott, is one of his training partners in the background. And for Deontay, or for Luis Ortiz, his electric blanket snuggie. Well, I guess that's how he stays warm. Hey, whatever prepares you for battle. Look, I will never question anybody that steps inside that ring when it comes to their preparation, nor will I ever question Luis Ortiz, because he's a very dangerous human being with such a high knockout percentage.
Stay with those feints, baby. Little baby steps to the right, stay with the feints. Lower on the inside, okay?
Round 4. You know, Leo Santa Cruz, when they asked him why he decided to move up to 130 pounds, he said, I think my power is going to benefit me better here in the super featherweight division. So far, he has shown glimpses of his power, but Leo isn't really been known as a knockout artist. He's not a one-punch knockout puncher like Deontay Wilder or like Luis Ortiz. Hey, Carl Frampton's in the house. Knockout artist. He's not a one-punch knockout puncher like Deontay Wilder or like Luis Ortiz. Hey, Carl Frampton's in the house. I'm actually watching him. He's walking in and he's having fun. He will be sitting ringside. He's no stranger to Leo Santa Cruz. And who knows, maybe down the line we get Frampton Santa Cruz number 3. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see Santa Cruz in there against Gary Russell, maybe Gervonta Davis. Who knows? A litany of options. Santa Cruz looking to try to chase down Miguel Flores. Flores boxing well. Good job by Santa Cruz to back up Miguel Flores. First round looked good for Flores, and then Santa Cruz has taken control in the second and the third. Now we're into the fourth. Ray Flores ringside here in Las Vegas for Wilder Ortiz 2. We are approaching the midway mark of the fourth. And as you saw in the preview piece on Miguel Flores, that an ankle injury derailed the plans of their meeting back in February. But now they are battling here tonight in Las Vegas. Santa Cruz using head movement. Santa Cruz says he fights for his dad. His dad has been dealing with bone cancer for 3 years. Left hook to the body by Santa Cruz. They both are close distance. They'll tie up. A right hand down the middle by Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz throwing a high volume of punches. Santa Cruz throwing more, considerably more. Flores looking for his openings, but he cannot sit back too much and wait. Tony Weeks warning about holding behind the head, and round 4 is now in the distance. And let's take a look at Deontay Wilder as he's in the dressing room getting his gloves on. And look at this. This just goes to show you how tough it is to get Deontay Wilder into his gloves. Talk about some tight gloves. There's Tay Jones, one of his friends as well. Wilder getting himself prepared. There is JD's, one of his trainers. It literally takes two guys to get on the gloves of Deontay Wilder. That's how tight they are. You couldn't pay me $15 million to take a punch from Deontay Wilder. Not one. Because that's the destructive power that Deontay Wilder has. He's physically a chiseled human being and is one of the hardest hitters that boxing has ever seen. Round 5 between Santa Cruz and Flores. Our main event is up next. Nothing like a big prize fight here in Las Vegas. MGM Grand Garden Arena is buzzing. Round 5, an overhand right that connects by Miguel Flores. That was probably his best punch in a few rounds. He's trained by Aaron Navarro, who's known him since he was 3 years old. Santa Cruz. It's a family affair when it comes to the Santa Cruz family. You have his father, Jose, who is his trainer. Also, Leo is the youngest of 4 brothers. Father and trainer Jose Santa Cruz, as we talked about, has been dealing with bone cancer. He also has a brother, Jose Armando Santa Cruz, who boxed, had a professional record of 28-5. Close distance now as Flores holding on to the right arm of Santa Cruz. Tony Weeks will step in between the two, and he warns Flores about holding that right arm of Santa Cruz. 100 seconds left here in the 5th. Both men are from Michoacan, Mexico, but now they reside in the United States. Flores living in Houston, Leo in Los Angeles. Right hand to the body by Flores. There's a right hand for Santa Cruz. Good combination, but answering back was Miguel Flores. And don't forget, we have a very busy December to close out 2019. We will be at Barclays Center, also Ontario, California, and then Atlanta, Georgia, for Premier Boxing Champions action. Under a minute left here in the 5th. Taking a look at again, there's that big left hook on the top of the head by Miguel Flores earlier in the round. And now the chance of Leo echoing here at the MGM Grand. Big right hand by Leo Santa Cruz caught the attention of Flores. A nice right hand down the center that connected right on the jaw of Miguel Flores. That's the end of the 5th. Well, we saw Deontay Wilder put on his gloves. Now we'll take a look at King Kong. Here is Luis Ortiz with Herman Caicedo getting his gloves on. He's big, he's powerful. He wants to become the first Cuban to win the heavyweight championship of the world. Looking on as well for Luis Ortiz, Javier Jimenez, and Larry Wade as well. And Luis Ortiz, he looks in fantastic shape. Absolutely chiseled. This is a close fight, without question, between Flores and Santa Cruz. It all depends on how you have it scored and what you go ahead and what your criteria is when it comes to judging. I think Santa Cruz is ahead, but not by much, maybe 3-2. Now they both, that might have been a headbutt, and Tony Weeks warns both about a headbutt. Thankfully, it wasn't. It looked bad, but no laceration whatsoever. Good left hook by Santa Cruz as he backs up Miguel Flores. A right hand down the center. Leo has a very quick right hand. He always shakes it, and then he throws it right down the center quickly and rapidly at a short distance. Miguel Flores is showing that there is no way he should have been a 40-1 underdog. Right hand, a left hook for Flores. Flores has been finding a home for that left hook, and we saw it in the last round, and we're seeing it now here in the 6th. And now Flores holding on to the right arm of Santa Cruz, and Tony Weeks looks over at Flores as to say, "You're holding." Well, Flores has picked up a thing or two in his 10 years plus as a professional. Would you believe that he turned pro at 17? And for Santa Cruz, nearly half of his fights have been world title bouts. He's 15-1 in those fights. He's undefeated here in Las Vegas. His only loss came at the hands of Carl Frampton at Barclays Center in Brooklyn back in July of 2016. And look at the pressure by Leo again. On his front foot. 65 seconds remaining in the 6th. You know, fights like this, high volume of punching between the two, in my opinion, at least ringside, it's hard to judge because I am not a certified judge, but even judges, I think, have a hard time in terms of judging who landed the more effective punches, who was more the aggressor. And sometimes it's 50% that Santa Cruz was the aggressor, 50% that Flores was the aggressor. Sometimes, you know, Flores lands the more eye-catching shot as a counter puncher. Just all depends on what you favor. Left hook to the body by Flores. Again, Flores is holding on to that right hand, that right arm of Santa Cruz. And Weeks looking at Flores. And look, do it while you can get away with it. Right hand that found its destination for Santa Cruz. That's the end of the 6th. We'll go in and listen in to the corner of one, Leo Santa Cruz.
Lo que pasa es que no está tirando los golpes que tienes que tirar. No, lo está amarrando mucho. Pero no te dejes amarrar. No, entra y tírale y muévete. Hey, no te quedes parado. Tírale y muévete para que vaya.
Move.
Ok. Pero no te quedes con la defensa abajo. Ni te quedes ahí para que te peguen. Yo te voy a mandar para adelante, para yo sé cuándo.
Come on, keep coming forward.
Tírale así como te digo, tírale y muévete. Tírale hasta 4 o 5
We want you to throw more. Well, they're telling Leo that they want him to pick up the pace. Miguel Flores and Leo Santa Cruz fighting for a vacant super featherweight championship. We are into the second half of the fight. And the MGM Grand is packed. Fans awaiting our main event for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World, with Deontay Wilder looking to become and looking to defend his title successfully a 10th time. Miguel Flores and Leo Santa Cruz, though, are first. If you're Santa Cruz, keep with intelligent pressure. Use your jab, throw the right hand, mix in the left hook. If you're Miguel Flores, he needs to become a little bit more active and can't necessarily wait too much. As I'm Just over a minute has elapsed here in the 7th. Santa Cruz always has a high guard, an overhand right that snuck through the guard of Santa Cruz for Flores. %50 of the way done here in the 7th. Now Flores, if he's to beat Leo Santa Cruz, he's got to really start to work instead of waiting in singular shots. He did well in the first round, but Leo is, you know what Leo brings to the table. High volume, aggressive, intelligent pressure behind the jab. Will occasionally go to the body, a right hand that sprayed Flores. It's one of those fights that Leo does not want to make a tactical error. He's being calculated with his pressure, and he doesn't waste much movement, does Leo. A left hook that grazed Flores. So we're here at 130 pounds, coming up the heavyweights. And if I was a betting man, I would say it's not going the distance. But I have been wrong before. As we are nearing the end of round 7 between Santa Cruz and Flores, Leo picking up the pace and seems to be in control. And yes, there we see Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. They both look warmed up, and they are extremely focused, dialed in. Wilder, 34 years of age. He could become the 6th heavyweight to join the likes of Joe Louis, Larry Holmes, Vladimir Klitschko, Tommy Burns, and Muhammad Ali. The 6th fighter to become and to successfully defend his world championship 10 times. What a feat that would be for Deontay Wilder. That's not easy, especially with the heavyweights. We are into round number 8 between Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores. Ray Flores ringside here in Las Vegas again. That is not any relation to me whatsoever. Is Miguel Flores. Left hook to the body is Flores, but back comes Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz pounding away on the body of Miguel Flores. Tony Weeks steps in between the two. If you're Flores, you have to be thinking, look, I don't want to let this world title opportunity slip past me. Overhand right by Leo Santa Cruz. Well, good to hear. We heard a little bit of commotion, and it is Flores, you don't want to wake up tomorrow and say, man, if I would have just thrown more punches and let my hands go more. There's a left hook by Santa Cruz, followed by a right hand as Leo plows forward. A right hand smacking back the head of Miguel Flores. Coming up on round number 9 as round 8 draws to a close. And there is Mike Tyson, Iron Mike. No stranger to fighting here at the MGM Grand. I remember when he came back during his comeback after being released from jail, when he knocked out Peter McNeely in emphatic fashion. When Tyson fought, there was an electricity in the air. I'm a little bit too young to have been in attendance for any Mike Tyson fight, but boy, was it special. Watching on television.
Right back on your game, son.
Round number 9. This one is scheduled for 12. Tony Weeks warning both about hitting below the belt. There's a right hook by Santa Cruz. Left hook to the body by the 31-year-old, the 3-division world champion. Leo can become the 5th Mexican fighter to win a world title in 4 divisions. There's a right hand down the middle. Santa Cruz. And now a shot below, what is it? I think it was a shot below the belt. It was inadvertent, not intentional. You see Tony Weeks is sweating. Well, try keeping up with these super featherweights. Leo, world champion at 118, 122, 126, and now aiming to become a champion and take home this vacant title. Flores coming forward, but so far after the first few rounds, it was Leo who started to take over with his pressure, and he's been having Miguel Flores fight off his back foot throughout the majority of this contest. Miguel Flores in tip-top shape, but gotta let his hands go. You're not gonna beat someone like Leo Santa Cruz by just waiting too much. You got to find your openings. We are in the final minute of the 9th. Coming up, our main event, Deontay Wilder, Luis King Kong Ortiz. Expect fireworks in that one. It could end at any moment. Final 10 seconds of this 9th round between Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores. There's a right hand that caught the attention of Flores as they both swing and end at the bell. Round 10 on the way. Main event. It's a rematch from their epic March 2018 matchup. The team of Luis Ortiz said it was taken away from us the first fight. Now destiny is in our hands, and we will no doubt become the heavyweight champion of the world. But that man right there, Deontay Wilder, has other plans. There is Deontay Wilder working with Mark Breland, Olympic gold medalist, and also former world champion. Round 10, this one's scheduled for 12. Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores. You hear the corner of Leo Santa Cruz telling him, let's go, Leo.
Got a headbutt, cut, headbutt, right here, accidental cut.
Oh, there's a cut outside the left eye. Oh, that is awful. Oh, you hate to see that. The reason why I say that is because cuts like that could impair. Now, Flores throwing his hands, letting his hands go. But cuts like that could keep you away from the gym. And Leo is fought twice this year. You want to see him come back as soon as possible. But that cut is starting to drip into the eye of Leo Santa Cruz's left eye. The blood is starting to seep into his left eye, I stand corrected. "70 seconds have ticked off the clock. We'll see if Flores can take advantage of this opportunity as Leo is dealing with the blood coming into his left eye. Just over the halfway mark of the 10th. Flores isn't doing much, and again, it's the mentality of you have to take the title. And maybe he's thinking too much. I mean, it's a different level here fighting Leo Santa Cruz, but Flores, you know, is prepared well with Aaron Navarro and Bobby Benton, but does he have that ability to really turn it on against Leo Santa Cruz? And so far, the answer has been no. Leo methodical in his pursuit, not wasting much motion. Well, I'll tell you what, and Tony Weeks warns about hitting behind the head. Get ready for the heavyweights. Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz, the rematch. It is going to get loud here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And look at Leo end it with a flurry, and Leo concludes the 10th. Take a look at when the cut out. That's a nasty cut right above the left eye of Leo Santa Cruz. We'll see, boom, right there. And that's when the blood started seeping. That's a bad cut, and one that we hope will not keep Leo Santa Cruz out of the gym for a long time, but that's a bad cut. But Leo would come back, and as he does, a flurry at the end, as only he can. Santa Cruz pounding away upon Miguel Flores. Round 11, this one is scheduled for 12. Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores. I have Santa Cruz ahead comfortably, and especially, and look at this. Now Flores is starting to really pick up the pace. Better late than never. Flores is a very kind young man, a class act. Even to get to this stage is an accomplishment, but it's one thing to get to the stage, it's another thing to really show that you are world championship material. Not to say that Miguel Flores cannot get back to fighting for a world title, but he certainly hasn't been as active as Leo Santa Cruz has been here in this super featherweight matchup. And Leo still, he's blinking a lot because you could tell that the blood is affecting his vision. And that was caused from an accidental headbutt. Who would I like to see Leo Santa Cruz fight? Well, I know that he's fighting here at 130, but I'd like to see Santa Cruz go down to 126 and fight Gary Russell Jr. Santa Cruz is world champion at 126, unified with Gary Russell Jr. They both have been talking about one another. There's a little bit of bad blood that's there. They both fought in the amateurs. I'd love to see Santa Cruz and Gary Russell Jr. I think that would be an excellent world-class fight between the two. Santa Cruz with the right hand that backs up Miguel Flores. Minute 10 remaining here in this, our co-feature. Wherever you're joining us around the world, thank you so much for tuning in. Happy holidays to all of you and your family. We hope that you enjoy this time with your loved ones and have a great holiday season from our family to yours. Happy holidays. But you know, with a victory like this and being able to add a fourth world title in a fourth division and become the fifth Mexican fighter to capture and become world champion in 4 divisions, it's going to be a happy holiday season for Leo Santa Cruz. He has his father, Jose Santa Cruz, in his corner, who's been battling cancer for the past 3 years. Nothing like watching and being involved in a big prize fight here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Left hook by Miguel Flores. One more round remaining here in this co-main event. Look at Santa Cruz go once again to end the 11th.
Off the misses and the angles on the inside, right?
Fire him up off of it. You got me?
12th and final round. Let's cheer them on as they enter the center of the ring. This is round 12.
Round 12, the 12th and final round. Can Miguel Flores defy the odds? He was a 40-1 underdog and shocked the world and defeat Leo Santa Cruz, or Leo Santa Cruz add his name to the list of great Mexican fighters and become the 5th Mexican to become a world champion in 4 divisions. Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores. Flores momentarily got stopped in his tracks with a left hook from Santa Cruz. Flores holds down, brings the head down to Santa Cruz. But as we talked about, future plans for Santa Cruz, for me, has to be, should be, Gary Russell Jr. It's the fight. They've developed some animosity between the two. They're both stylistically, Russell's so fast, so quick. Santa Cruz is high volume of punches, but tonight hasn't been the easiest night at the office against Miguel Flores, who is a formidable opponent. Just over the halfway mark of our 12th and final round, and Flores actually shook out his right hand. I'm curious to see if he injured it, and if he will throw it in the last minute 15, because he shook it, and it's in a way that, nice left hook for Miguel Flores. Flores landed that left hook earlier in the first few rounds, and since that time, Leo made a nice adjustment and made it difficult for Flores to connect upon that. Miguel Flores and Leo Santa Cruz will likely fight to the scorecards. Left hook for Miguel Flores. And Leo, expect him to turn it up late, as he's done in the 9th, 10th, and 11th. Final moments of our co-feature. Leo Santa Cruz and Miguel Flores. They're slugging it out again. Santa Cruz and Flores fight to the bell, and that is the end of what was a fun matchup between two Mexican fighters who respect each other. Great display, both class acts. But Leo Santa Cruz looked terrific here this evening in Las Vegas. And there is Miguel Flores speaking with Jose Santa Cruz, the father of Leo Santa Cruz. Aaron Navarro goes over, the trainer of Miguel Flores, sign of respect. And taking a look at some of the action, left hooks to the body by Miguel Flores. Leo answered back with that overhand right, sharp, crisp, over the top. Left hook by Leo Santa Cruz. Both trading, and there is the holding of the right arm. And that was when Tony Weeks deducted the point, as you saw that Miguel Flores holding on to the right arm of Leo Santa Cruz. There's that left hook to the body by Miguel Flores. Backing up Leo Santa Cruz. And we're taking a look at some of the action. A right hand that connected right down the center. And back came Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz punches in bunches. He's so emblematic of what it is to be a Mexican fighter. And now it's interesting to see what happens with the scorecards. Your judges, Eric Cheek, Dave Moretti, and also we'll send it to ring announcer Jimmy Lennon Jr.
We have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Tim Cheatham, scores the bout 115 to 112. Judges Glenn Feldman and Julie Letterman both score the bout 117 to 110. All three in favor of the winner. He is now a 4-weight division world champion and the new WBA super featherweight champion of the world, El Terremoto, Leo Santa Cruz.
So Leo Santa Cruz joins the likes of Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, Jorge Arce, and Canelo Alvarez to become the 5th Mexican to win a world title in 4 divisions. What a moment for Leo Santa Cruz. Scores 115-112 and 117-110 by both judges. Excellent job done by the judging here this evening. And here's Heidi Entro.
Made some room at home for a little more hard work. Congratulations. I know how much this opportunity, this move up meant to you. What is this moment like for you?
It means the world to me. Thank you to all the fans for the support. This is for you guys. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have done this. But, today, there's no excuses, but I didn't feel myself today. I didn't perform like I wanted to, but I'm going to keep working in the gym, and I'm going to come back. And in 2020, I won the big fight. I won Gary Russell. I won Gervonta Davis in 2020.
Why do you think you didn't feel yourself? Was it the move to 130? Was it being at this weight, or was there something else?
There was something else, but I don't like putting excuses. But I didn't feel myself today. But, I'm glad I got the victory. Miguel's a great fighter. He came and gave me a tough fight. Like I said, the people that saw him know that he's not a pushover, that he came to fight, and that's what he proved. So, Miguel, congratulations, Miguel, for giving me a great fight.
Well, you put on a great fight, too. In terms of this one, you have to decide. The WBA will mandate whether you remain the featherweight champion or you stay at 130 pounds and stick with that belt that's around your shoulder as the super featherweight champion. What do you want to do?
I want to stick at 130. But in close, we're going to improve. We're going to go to the gym and work what we didn't do in this fight, and we won the big fight in 2020. We won, like I said, I won Gary Russell or Gervonta Davis.
Gervonta's obviously moving up. You would want Gervonta Davis to move back down to 130 pounds for that fight, I take it.
Of course, if he's willing to move down, or I'll go up to 135 and fight him there. But, we got to make that fight happen.
You would go up to 135 and fight him?
Yes, of course. I'll move up there, and I'll do it.
Make it 5.
Yes, make it 5, and I'm going to show the world that I'm not scared of nobody.
I like it. Congratulations on a great win. You join an amazing class of fighters, the 5th Mexican to win titles in 4 divisions. Brian, we'll send it back to you.
I want to say a shout out.
Well, thank you very much, Leo. Well, Santa Cruz wants Gary Russell Jr., Gervonta Davis. Hey, sign me up on either one. I'd love to see either matchup in 2020. Congrats to Leo Santa Cruz by becoming the 5th Mexican to win a world title in 4 divisions. After a 10th round TKO in the first meeting between Wilder and Ortiz, Luis Ortiz is ready for a new approach with new tactics, while Deontay Wilder's focus sharpens as he prepares for the rematch.
For this fight camp, Team Ortiz has had one theme: change. Change the location, change the workouts, change the process. For Luis Ortiz, it has been push, work, and sacrifice. The results are obvious.
His physique has really taken a turn for what it should be. His weight is not going to be a significant drop, but it will be a little bit less. We've put on a little bit of lean muscle and trimmed some of the fat.
Allá abajo, adentro, y das la vuelta. Allá, así. ¿No? 3.5, así nomás.
It's been a long camp. Mentally, he's focusing on zeroing in on the fight and really getting his head around that aspect of it. This is one where we've been literally 24/7, 7 days a week for the past 11, 12 weeks. So it's been a good experience. Overall, a really good experience. Positive.
Siento rápido, fuerte, loco porque llegué el día de la pelea. He bajado bastante de peso. Me he mantenido casi el mismo peso, lo que he soltado la grasa y el músculo se ha mantenido.
En cinco líneas y se acabó.
The fight is an evenly matched fight, and the advantages on our side are obviously the skill, the experience as a professional fighter and as a fighter, period. But obviously, Wilder has the advantage of being a world champion for close to 11 defenses, and that is big. That's a big advantage.
Nosotros estamos a 100% y no va a cambiar nada. Mi deseo de ganar son los mismos. Que sabe que esta vez Luis Ortiz viene demasiado peligroso, muy peligroso. Y no es que se lo diga ni jugando, estoy bastante serio. Se ha demorado demasiado, siento que es una eternidad. Espero que llegue ya el 23 para demostrarle al mundo que King Kong tiene potencia. Y que no está viejo como mucha gente dice. Y que no me van a noquear en un primer asalto como estaba hablando Wilder.
All right, today's your taper off week for me, all right? So that means I'm not going to kill you in the weight room because you have a hard sparring session this week. So what we're going to really focus on is stability, okay? Not only that, I will be doing it with you, okay? Because that's what we do as Bomb Squad. That way, if anybody disrupt our peace, then they best believe we're going to be very in shape and in tune with ourselves to handle the situation accordingly. Any questions? Christopher? Deontay? None. Let's get started.
As usual, a playful spirit permeates the Bomb Squad's strength and conditioning sessions. But make no mistake, as the fight draws closer, Deontay Wilder is well aware of what's at stake.
I don't take nothing for granted. Every fighter that fights me, they give me their 100% best of them because they know what they are in for.
Good job, baby.
I'm ready. The fight was this weekend, I'll be ready. I'm not just your typical fighter. They know I come to bring the pain. You know what I mean? Nothing less of that. When fight night come, we get the world what they've been waiting to see, and there's nothing but the best. Good luck, Ortiz. It's almost showtime, baby.
In the sport of boxing, what you've seen in the past never limits what you might glimpse in the future. It's a way to put in perspective a heavyweight champion combining size, power, and athleticism.
I've been putting in that work all day.
In proportions that were once unthinkable, but also a reminder that every time he fights, he has to find a new way to stay undefeated.
He is the most lethal punisher in the sport.
Especially against an opponent whom he's found a way past before.
Double top.
But who's taken to heart the lessons that defeat offered him, and is set on perfecting his approach this time out.
Get up there, 7. Hey, more. Hey, stop.
They'll tell you they fight for their families, that they fight for their people and their country.
Es un team que tiene el mismo deseo que tengo yo de ser campeón.
But as much as anything else, the truth is this for Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. On Saturday night, they fight because they know that the possibilities in front of them are infinite.
You want to see the best heavyweight fight of your life? November 23rd.
That yesterday is always supplanted by tomorrow.
Hey, are you entertained? Are you entertained?
So there is Luis King Kong Ortiz, who's getting ready to make his walk to the ring. He's 40 years of age. If he is successful tonight, Luis Ortiz would become the second oldest fighter to win the heavyweight championship of the world. George Foreman won the world title here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena November 5th of 1994 when he finished off Michael Moore at 45. Ortiz can become the second oldest fighter. He's been working with Larry Wade, strength and conditioning coach, for this matchup. He's extremely focused since losing to Deontay Wilder in March of 2018. He's 3-0 with 2 wins, 2 of those 3 wins by knockout. Let's take a look at the last 5 fights for Luis King Kong Ortiz. A unanimous decision victory over Christian Hammer, March 2nd at Barclays Center. Before that, knockout victories over Travis Kaufman and Razvan Kajanu, and there you saw the loss, the defeat at the hands of Deontay Wilder March 3rd by TKO. Ortiz respects Deontay Wilder, but he says tonight he will do it for all of Cuba. It is going to be a special atmosphere. And I'll tell you, there is nothing like Floyd Mayweather Jr. Well, he is no stranger to fighting here at the MGM Grand. There is Floyd Mayweather, who has announced a couple of days ago that he has intentions of coming back in 2020. The highest grossing fighter of all time, making his way. He looks impeccable as always with his CEO, Leonard Ellerby. There is his announcement that he's coming out of retirement in 2020. So Floyd Mayweather got the itch and will be back inside the ring coming up in 2020. He's 50-0. He will go ahead and risk his undefeated record. But now the focus are these gentlemen, the heavyweights. Luis Ortiz and Deontay Wilder. What an atmosphere it is going to be in mere moments. Great to be with all of you here ringside, here in Las Vegas. Oh my, there is Luis Ortiz. You could tell that he is just waiting to make that ring walk. Luis Ortiz, proud family man. His daughter, 10-year-old daughter, Liz Mercedes, suffers from skin condition epidermolysis bullosa. The family's been seeking a cure at Stanford University. Round 1 of the treatment have helped tremendously, and they're getting ready for round 2. Both men have daughters who are dealing with health issues. Deontay Wilder fought to support his daughter, who's dealing with spina bifida. And now let's get this party started.
Champion. King Kong is back.
And there is Luis King Kong Ortiz. 26 knockouts in 32 career fights. He is trying to make history. For the first time in his career, he left the comfort of his home and family in Florida and set up training camp in Las Vegas. He is literally jogging to the ring. Is Luis Ortiz. He says he's going to shock the world. Now he has destiny in his hands. Can he become the first Cuban to win the heavyweight championship of the world and put Deontay Wilder away for the first time? Wilder is undefeated. The only blemish on Wilder's dossier was the draw against Tyson Fury in December of last year. Since the loss to Wilder, Ortiz is 3-0 with 2 wins by knockout. He's all business. He's in the best shape of his life and extremely focused and determined. He wants to make history. Does Luis Ortiz as he steps inside the ring for his rematch against Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz looking to make history for all of Cuba. And now we prepare for the entrance of Deontay Wilder.
We all know it's not a secret no more. I have power. I'm 41-0 with 40 KOs. Every man stepped in the ring with me, I've knocked him out.
King Kong ain't got on me.
Look at that outfit for Deontay Wilder. Oh my goodness. He has some style does Deontay Wilder. Look at this outfit. His ring entrances are almost more spectacular, or almost as equally as spectacular as his performance. Look at that outfit for Deontay Wilder. He says he is the king of the heavyweight division. He is the longest heavyweight champion in boxing today. What is he going to do against Luis Ortiz? Can he finish off Ortiz in more emphatic fashion as he did during their first meeting? Here comes the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder. His nickname is in the memory of Joe Louis, who was known as the Bronze Bomber. Louis from Alabama, the same home state as Deontay Wilder. He was a bronze medalist in the Olympic Games for the United States in 2008. Tonight, he can become the 6th fighter to defend the heavyweight championship of the world 10 consecutive times. Look at this entrance for Deontay Wilder. My goodness. Talk about the actrix. He is as cold and calculated as you can imagine. When Deontay Wilder fights, it is an event. It is something special. Trains under the guidance of JD's and Mark Breland. He said when he won the world title here, he promised his daughter that he was going to win the heavyweight championship of the world. He did it nearly 5 years ago here at the MGM Grand against Bermane Stiverne. In his only rematch, he knocked out Stiverne in the first round. What is he going to do? Can he get past Luis Ortiz a second time as he's dressed royally? He is the king of the heavyweight division. Will he reign supreme tonight against Luis Ortiz? The baddest man on the planet is in the ring. What an entrance. What a moment for Deontay Wilder. Absolute electricity here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena for Ortiz and Wilder. We are moments away from our main event. It's Wilder Ortiz number 2 here in Las Vegas.
Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you to the MGM Grand Garden Arena here in Las Vegas as Premier Boxing Champions presents the Fox Sports PBC pay-per-view featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Bomb Squad Promotions, TGB Promotions, and Mayweather Promotions, as sponsored by Tecate, the official beer of boxing. Twin Peaks Restaurants, Eats, Drinks, Scenic Views, and Recover 180. Rapid hydration when it counts. This bout is sanctioned by the WBC, the president, Mauricio Sulaiman, judges at ringside, Eric Cheek, Dave Moretti, and Steve Weisfeld. All right, fans, here we go with a bout you've all been waiting for. 12 rounds of boxing in a rematch for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's time for the main event of the evening. Introducing to you first the challenger, fighting out of the red corner, wearing white trunks with gray trim, fighting out of Miami, Florida, by way of Camagüey, Cuba. He weighed in at a ready 236 and 1/2 pounds. His record stands at 31 wins, 1 loss, with 26 big wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, looking to avenge his only loss and to become the first ever heavyweight world champion from Cuba. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the hard-hitting and fearsome heavyweight world contender, introducing Luis King Kong Ortiz. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, the longest reigning heavyweight world champion in boxing today, wearing gold trunks with white trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Tuscaloosa, Alabama. He weighed in 219 and 1/2 pounds with a sensational record of 41 wins, no losses, and 1 draw. He has 40 big wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the U.S. Olympic bronze medalist and the acclaimed knockout artist, tonight making the 10th defense of his title. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the undefeated, reigning and defending WBC heavyweight champion of the world, introducing the bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. And now here's our referee in charge, now to give instructions, Kenny Bayless.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the dressing room. I want you to keep this fight clean at all times, play Olympia. And what I say, you must obey. Good luck to both of you. Touch them up.
Let's take a look at our tail of the tape for this heavyweight championship showdown. You see the height and the reach advantage in favor of Deontay Wilder. Luis Ortiz, 6 years older than the champion. Their first fight was a classic back in March of 2018. What will we see here tonight at the MGM Grand Garden Arena? Southpaw conventional is Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder, one of only 3 fighters in boxing to land 30% or more of his jabs. He has very good boxing skill, does the bronze bomber. He's so athletic, but they say that Luis Ortiz, he looks in impeccable shape as Ortiz coming forward trying to back up Deontay Wilder. Wilder pawing with the jab. Using the jab to the midsection was Wilder. Ortiz looking to get closer. You see that foot, he's trying to get on the inside of the foot of Wilder. Ortiz with the right hook to the body. Left by Wilder to the body of Ortiz. A lot of respect between the two. Wilder's not going in to be ultra aggressive here in the first. It's a feeling out round. Ortiz is sweating. Ortiz looking to get closer. There's a big straight left that connects on Wilder. Wilder ties up. That's the first big power punch of the fight, and it goes to Luis Ortiz. Wilder with the right hand, a straight left that comes the way of Wilder from Ortiz. Wilder using the jab. At any one moment, this fight can end. Jab comes out by Wilder. Jab right to the midsection by Wilder on Ortiz. Under 30 seconds left here in the first. There's a straight left by Ortiz. That connects on Wilder. This is more of an active round for Luis Ortiz. Final moments of the first. Round one draws to a close. We'll go in and listen in to Herman Caicedo, the trainer. And now some blood. Wow. Wondering where that happened. Wow. Wondering where that happened. Herman Caicedo, the trainer of Luis Ortiz.
Ese es el round, ¿ok? La mano adelante y no me aguantes el voladito. Tíralo, que le vas a dar. Especialmente cuando cierran la distancia.
Yeah, get closer, get closer.
Suba el codo nomás, hazme caso, ¿ok? Suba el codo nomás.
Taking a look at where that might have occurred. Oh, there's a big straight left by Ortiz. And it came from the clash of heads right there, as we see. Great job by our fantastic crew. It was an accidental clash of heads, and it's by the hairline of one Luis Ortiz. Round two, this one is scheduled for 12. Deontay Wilder looking to become the sixth fighter to successfully defend the heavyweight championship of the world 10 times. And chance of Cuba here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Jab comes out by Wilder. Right to the midsection is Ortiz. Ortiz is now loosened up. You can see that he's got sweat on his body, as does Wilder. Both men getting into the mix. There's a straight right by Wilder. The jab followed by the right. We'll see what Ortiz tries to do. By Wilder. The jab followed by the right. We'll see what Ortiz tries to do. Oh, anxious moments here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Jab comes out by Luis Ortiz right to the midsection of Deontay Wilder. Both men picking their spots. Sweeping left that misses by Wilder. Ortiz came back with a straight left that missed. Look at Wilder's eyes. He's so locked in. Both men extremely focused, knowing that one punch can end the fight. 80 seconds left here in the second. A right hand to the body that was blocked by Ortiz. So far, it's an even round. Left to the body by Ortiz. Jab by Deontay Wilder still hasn't landed his trademark right hand. There's a straight left by Ortiz. Ortiz crowding Deontay Wilder, comes forward. But Wilder gets right back to the center of the ring. He's so athletic as Wilder. The jab for Wilder. Final moments of the second. Jab by Wilder, and that ends the second. Listen in to the corner of Deontay Wilder. Well, Mark Breland told Deontay Wilder, he goes, I want the right hook followed by the right hand. That's what I want. Round 3, this one is scheduled for 12. There is Luis Ortiz, Deontay Wilder. I think Ortiz did enough to win that second round. I think Ortiz, and you see the punches. Neither man has really landed anything definitive. Total punches thrown, there you saw. Just goes to show you that the heavyweights are so powerful. Both men respect each other a considerable amount. A left hook, a left to the body by Ortiz. Left hook by Deontay Wilder. Well, there's a straight left that backed up Deontay Wilder, wondering if Ortiz feels as if he has Wilder hurt. He backed up Wilder with that straight left. And Ortiz is changing his levels a little bit. Wilder trying to use feints. Potentially a matchup with Wilder and Fury, a rematch if Wilder's successful tonight against Luis Ortiz. There's that right hand. It was blocked by Luis Ortiz. There's a left to the body, and Wilder pounds his chest as to say, come on. But back comes Luis Ortiz, just over the halfway mark of round 3. Combustible elements with Ortiz and Wilder. Both men are chiseled in this heavyweight championship main event. We'll see if Ortiz can continue to fight. I mean, this is a pace that favors Ortiz. And if you're Wilder, I'm curious to see if he's going to use his jab. But as Wilder has talked about many times, you have to be perfect against me for 36 minutes. Oh, there's a big overhand left. And a left to the body by Ortiz. Ortiz has said that he knows he's got to pitch nearly a perfect game against Wilder. Here's a right hand that connects flush for Wilder, but Ortiz comes forward. He ate it well. Wilder's eyes are opening up. Nearing the end of the third round. A left to the body by Luis Ortiz. And that's the end of the third. Now taking a look at some of the work. There's the straight left by Luis Ortiz. Wilder with the jab, but there's that straight left that momentarily buckled Deontay Wilder. Chopping overhand left. But Wilder did land a right hand of his own. As you see Wilder, there's that left that was partially blocked by Wilder. There is Herman Caicedo. Deontay Wilder looks up at the big screen to take a look at some of the replay. We are into round 4. Again, history on the line for both. Wilder can become the 6th fighter to successfully defend the heavyweight championship of the world 10 consecutive times. Would be the 6th guy to do so. For Ortiz, he would be the first Cuban to win the heavyweight championship of the world and the 2nd oldest fighter to capture the heavyweight crown. The oldest, George Foreman, at 45. He did it in November of 1994 here at the MGM Grand when he knocked out Michael Moore. Luis Ortiz entered this fight a considerable underdog, almost a 5-1 underdog. Jab coming out by Deontay Wilder. Ortiz aiming to close the distance. There's a big left hand that missed. Another one. Wilder smiling, almost inviting Ortiz in. Jab comes out by Wilder. There's a right hand, a straight left by Ortiz. Another one. 3 big lefts, and Wilder pounds his chest and says, come on, let's fight. Here we go. The crowd rises to their feet. You have to love the champion's determination to want to engage in a firefight at times. But Ortiz backs up. He's not rushing in. Could be head games by Wilder to draw him in so he can land his signature straight right hand. Quite a bit of Cuban fans in attendance here at the MGM Grand. You hear chants of Ortiz, Ortiz. Under a minute remaining here in the 4th. It's looking similar to that of the first fight. Very similar when it comes to the athletic chess match between Wilder and Ortiz. Both men have gotten better, but both men, styles make fights. And these two gentlemen are almost made for one another. Under 30 seconds left in round 4. Wilder looking to throw it. There's a right hand that was blocked by Ortiz, but it caught the attention of the Cuban. There's a left right to the body of Wilder. That's the end of the 4th. There's a left. Taking a look at some of this action. And Wilder pounded his chest and said, come on, bring it. And again, you see that right hand that was blocked by Ortiz. If he hadn't blocked that, it could have been lights out. Luis Ortiz, it's very possible that he could have won the first 4 rounds. Average punches a round, they're not throwing much, but it just goes to show you as to how dangerous they are. But Ortiz, oh, there's a straight left that connected by Ortiz. Wondering if Wilder is looking to bring Ortiz into those deep waters and try to finish him off late. The jab by Wilder, and dueling chants of Wilder and Ortiz. Back comes Ortiz. Ortiz's confidence is growing, but he must remain diligent with his defense because you could get caught at any one moment. All Wilder needs is one punch. He has a knockout percentage of 95%. There's a right, a left over the top. That missed as Ortiz ducked underneath. Wilder is being more active here in the 5th. There's a left right to the body by Luis Ortiz. Ortiz is fighting a brilliant fight. And Ortiz looked for the left to the body. Wilder got out of the way in impressive athletic fashion. Oh, there's a jab that caught the attention of Wilder as we have 60 seconds left in the 5th. Nothing like watching two top heavyweights colliding in the ring with so much on the line. History, legacy, championship gold. Ortiz with the jab right, or the left to the body. Wilder covering up. Ortiz is focusing in on the body of Wilder. There's a right hand that barely missed Ortiz. Oh my. That was a big swing and a miss as Wilder ate a straight left from Luis Ortiz. Nearing the end of the 5th with Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. A better round for Wilder. There's a right hook by Ortiz, and that is the end of the round. Let's take a look at the highest knockout percentage in heavyweight history. Wilder, the most at 95%. Rocky Marciano second, and along with Vitaly Klitschko, George Foreman 85%, Mike Tyson 76%. So Wilder has the highest knockout percentage in heavyweight history by a significant margin. Approaching round 6. And Ortiz taking some time to get off his stool. Coming up on round 6. This one's scheduled for 12. Deontay Wilder aiming for his 10th consecutive title defense. Luis Ortiz is trying to become the first Cuban to win the heavyweight championship of the world. Ray Flores ringside here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. And Ortiz starting off round 6 aggressive. Wilder popping out his jab. Wilder with a wide base. He has his feet spread apart, quite wide. It is both men know what is on the line, and neither man wants to make a mistake. It could be catastrophic if they do make a mistake. Herman Caicedo and company, they have put together a brilliant game plan. You know, Mark Brilliant and JD's always have Deontay Wilder ready to fight. Into the 6th. 100 seconds left here in our 6th round. Jab for Wilder. Trying to answer back is Ortiz. Wilder seems to be reluctant to throw the jab. Now he throws it. Doubling up on the jab now as the Bronze Bomber has a high connect percentage with his jab. That's not happening here tonight. Oh, there's a left hook. Answering back with a right hook was Ortiz. Ortiz is fighting so well, cool, calm, and collective, but as is Deontay Wilder, there is no signs of panic from the champion. There's a left-handed block by Wilder. Ortiz advancing forward. Doubling up on the jab was Ortiz. Herman Caicedo telling Ortiz he wants him to throw. They don't want Ortiz to remain stationary because that gives Wilder a better target. Ortiz is jabbing well, moving the slight little movements that could very well be giving Wilder some issues. Under 10 seconds remaining here in the 6th. Oh, they got close, and Ortiz, oh my, it could end at any one moment, ladies and gentlemen. We're halfway home. There is Ortiz coming forward. Well, Wilder is waiting for his openings, but you can't wait too long. But again, there's a reason why he is the heavyweight champion of the world. We're approaching the second half of the fight, and it looks very similar to the first fight. Round 7 scheduled for 12. Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. Wilder with a left hook to the body of Ortiz. We'll see if Wilder picks up the pace here in the second half of the fight. There's some ringside observers who have Ortiz ahead 5-1. I even think I saw a scorecard of 6-0 from media observers. There's the left hook to the body by the champion. He's trying to size up Ortiz. A straight left. They both try to size each other up. A left hook by Wilder. There's a straight left by Ortiz. They both are now swinging at close distance. Like two big sluggers that could end the night with one swing. Anticipation, people here in Las Vegas on the edge of their seats. We greatly appreciate you joining us wherever you are around the world. Wilder using his jab, but even for Deontay Wilder, he isn't throwing as much as he has during the course of his career. A lot of respect that he has for King Kong, a right hand by Wilder. There's a right hand by Wilder that missed. This is a tactical fight between two men who have one-punch erasers. There's a right hand, and Ortiz shrugs it off as to say, come on, man. What was that? Under a minute left here in the 7th. High drama here in the fighting capital of the world as Ortiz plots forward. A left hook to the body by Wilder. There's a straight left that connects by Ortiz. He might have Wilder hurt. A left to the body by Ortiz. Ortiz picking up the pace. Ortiz trying to cut off the ring, overhand left. Now Wilder needs to get back in the center as King Kong trudges forward. A right hand, down goes Ortiz. Oh my goodness. This one is over. There is a reason why he is the baddest man on the planet. Example right there as Deontay Wilder has once again finished off Luis Ortiz in spectacular fashion. He is now the 6th heavyweight in history with 10 successful title defenses in a row. Deontay Wilder, you are a bad, bad man. One punch is all it takes. And good night to Luis Ortiz. Unbelievable. You've heard Dua Lipa say, one kiss is all it takes. Well, I will tell you this. One punch is all it takes for Deontay Wilder. That was spectacular. The Bomb Squad is out tonight. Great respect by great respect by Deontay Wilder and Luis Ortiz. Wow. Deontay Wilder soaking in the victory. What a performance. All you need is one shot. The family man, the father of 8, came out tonight. He took his time, he didn't panic, and bang! Game over. What a moment as he has one of his children with him. What a masterful knockout again for Deontay Wilder. Taking a look at it. Boom! Oh my! Crashing to the canvas. Deontay Wilder. Taking a look at it again. Ortiz came forward, the jab, and Wilder steps back, and he looks at his target. Boom! Oh my goodness! Nighty-night. That is destructive. Boom! Deontay Wilder with as impressive of a finish as you can find, and there is the Bronze Bomber. With his family embraces with JD's. Taking a look at it again. Boom! Landed flush. And down went Luis Ortiz. The jab. Ortiz pawed it away. Boom! Good night. And Kenny Bayless waved it off. That was special. He put on a special performance. on a special night. What power by Deontay Wilder. And there's the reaction from ringside observers. Tremendous. Here with the particulars, here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Gotta get this work, I don't waste no time. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 2 minutes 51 seconds in round number 7. Our referee in charge, Kenny Bayless, reaches the count of 10. He is the winner by way of spectacular knockout, still undefeated, and still the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay Wilder.
What a performance by Deontay Wilder. Unbelievable. And he is standing by with Heidi Entral.
Much, Brian. He just gave me a nice little fist bump and said, I'm back to me. Let's not make them wait. Let's do the bomb squad right now. Bring it.
Bomb squad!
All right, I promise that's the last time I'm going to make you do that tonight. Congratulations to you, Deontay. I know how much you wanted to prove that you are the baddest man on the planet. It has been decades since we have seen a heavyweight do the things that you've done inside this ring. It's been since the times of Tyson, Lennox Lewis. What does it mean to you to finally be able to say, and do you feel like you're finally starting to chip away at those critics?
First off, like I always say, if you give God the glory, he'll give you the victory. And you've seen that tonight. He gave me the victory. Second, I'd like to thank my whole team. I'd like to thank Fox for an amazing job you guys did with promoting the fight and putting on the fight for these people. Second, I'd like to thank everyone up in here. Thank you guys so much for your love and your support. You guys are fucking amazing.
This fight, you took on a man who came in very game, very ready, in shape, no excuses. You both were healthy. I know you have a lot of respect for Luis Ortiz, but what did you see in that moment? You've said to me that you knew his body language from the last fight. Take us through what you saw that led to that big right hand.
Well, with Ortiz, you can see why no other heavyweight wants to fight him. He's very crafty in the ring. He moves strategically, and his intellect is very high up in the ring. So I had to play around with him. I had to calculate certain moves. I had to measure him in certain places. And
in what places were you measuring him specifically?
You know, in and out. I was in and out. Sometimes I'll back on my back feet. Yeah. Some say I can't fight on my back feet, but that's my specialty. You know, and I had to go back, I had to go forward, had to go back and go forward, you know, different tactics. You know, my intellect is very high in the ring, although I don't get no credit for it. But, you know, I had to go in, I had to go out. You know, I had to throw the right hand a couple of times to see how he reacts.
That left hook, Joe Wilson was talking about.
And I finally found my measurement, you know, and I took the shot, I seen the shot, and I took it, you know. I think I hurt him one time, buzzed him a little bit with the left hook. That was the start of it, and then I took my approach from there. But Ortiz is one of the best in the world. You got to give him that. That's why I gave him the second opportunity, so he can feed his family and his beautiful daughter as well. He have his beautiful wife in the audience, and I just want to tell them thank you so much for allowing Ortiz to come in the ring and share his energy with me and display such an amazing talent. Hopefully, the other heavyweights in the division, I see a lot of them in the audience, get this man the opportunity. He's one of the best.
Who would you like next? There's obviously the rumors of Tyson Fury. We've got another big heavyweight bout coming up with Andy Ruiz and, of course, Anthony Joshua. Who do you want to face next?
Well, next, of course, we have Tyson Fury to rematch next.
When and where? Can you tell us when that's going to be?
Well, the schedule is set to be done in February, so we'll see how that goes. And then after that, I'm looking for a unification bout. I want one champion, one face, one name, and he go by the name of Deontay Wilder. The heavyweight division is too small to have so many belts lingering around. There should just be one champion. It's too confusing for the fans, you know, and I think I'm the perfect man for that job.
Congratulations to you, Deontay, your 10th consecutive defense of the WBC heavyweight title. You now tie Muhammad Ali with that number.
Much.
Congratulations. Let's get it. I got to get it over to Jordan Plant. Last word.
Last word. Thank you again, fans. And let's get a Bomb Squad again, baby. 1, 2, 3, Bomb Squad!
Well, I wasn't going to make you do it twice, but you did it on your own. All right, let's send it over to Jordan Plant.
Heidi, thank you very much. Luis, you're over here saying, oh my gosh, you're upset, you're frustrated. You were having success in the early rounds. You were landing that left, you were hurting him at some points, but did you even see that right hand coming that he landed?
Tuviste éxito en los primeros rounds, Luis. ¿Qué fue lo que pasó al final? ¿Viste la derecha?
Esto es boxeo. Yo dije que entre Wilder y yo no iba a terminar en 2 asaltos. En cualquier momento pasaba o él o yo. Y pasó lo que pasó.
This is boxing. I had told everybody that it was either going to be him or me, and you know, it wasn't going to go 12 rounds.
What was going through your mind when the referee was giving you that count?
¿Qué estaba pensando cuando el referee se estaba contando?
Que iba por el 7, me paré. No sé qué. A lo mejor, no sé si contó de más o contó de menos, pero yo a mi entender ya estaba a tiempo.
No, I was clear-headed. When he said 7, I was still trying to go get up and everything, but I guess the count was maybe a little quicker than I thought.
Now, Wilder was giving you your credit. He said you are still one of the best heavyweights in the division. You are a tough fight. Where do you go from here?
Wilder te ha dado el crédito con ser uno de los más difíciles que él se ha enfrentado y más difíciles de la división. Ahora, ¿qué hay de nuevo para el señor Ortiz?
Nada, aquí mi manager, dando las gracias a Jaime por la oportunidad, a Mauricio de WBC, a Luis de Cuba Jr., a mi promotor Chino Caminate. Nada, yo estoy listo para lo que venga.
No, I'm definitely ready for whatever comes about. I want to give credit to Chino Camineta, my promoter, also Luis de Cuba, Al Heyman, of course, and everybody that came over here to see this fight today.
Well, it's not over for Luis Ortiz. We're looking forward to see you in the future. Great fight that you put up. Brian, back to you.
Well, what a performance by Deontay Wilder. He is the baddest man on the planet. Great respect between him and Luis Ortiz. Thankfully, Ortiz seems to be okay. But Ortiz was doing well in the fight. But Deontay Wilder, all he needs is one punch. With that victory, he elevates his knockout percentage to 97%. That is ridiculous. What we are watching out of Deontay Wilder is once-in-a-lifetime power. We've never seen that in heavyweight history. And boy, are we watching it now. Unbelievable. What a night here in Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. Wilder says Fury is next for the rematch. Well, I can't wait for that one. It has been tremendous. It has been an honor and a pleasure to join all of you wherever you are around the world as there is, boom, that highlight reel knockout. Deontay Wilder improves his record to 42-0-1, 41 knockouts. He's the baddest man on the planet, and he's the most exciting fighter in combat sports today. On behalf of Chris Withers and our entire staff, I'm Ray Flores saying so long from the fighting capital of the world. If we don't talk to you until 2020, have a happy holiday. Thank you so much. Boy, what a finish by the baddest man on the planet, Deontay Wilder.
Mic on.
Thank you for everybody watching the stream. This is Neil Sport.